Look at this fence that's fallen down. Fences are designed to keep us out, aren't they? Or in. We've got a fence that keeps our chickens out of my veggie patch. It's one that Joe and I built. It's one of the first things we did because we knew if we didn't build that fence, the chickens would get in and ruin it. So sometimes fences are good. Sometimes they're bad. Sometimes fences aren't physical and visible, are they? There's a fence that keeps you out of a friendship group. There's a fence of finance that keeps you out of doing certain things. There's a fence of insecurity that makes us think we wouldn't be welcome in church with those people. So many fences are built up. Some of them real, some of them imaginary. Some of them are evil. Go to Auschwitz and tell me that there are any good fences there. And today in our Foundations of Faith, we're thinking in this Empowered Today podcast about how Jesus willingly died on the cross for us. Willingly. There was a point where he didn't want to do it. In the Garden of Gethsemane, he prays to God and says, if there's any way to take this cup away from me, and this cup he was talking about was a cup of drinking all the dregs of death, then please find another way. And he was met with silence there. So, as an aside, if we ever feel our prayers unanswered, we're in good company with Jesus. That God doesn't always say yes, doesn't always answer like that. And sometimes the answer is no. And so Jesus then willingly went to the cross. Why? To conquer death and evil. Death is no longer a full stop because of what Jesus did on the cross for us. If we follow him, death is a massive comma, don't get me wrong, but we do have eternity. I've got loved ones who died when I was a teenager and all through my years who followed Jesus, and I firmly believe that when I breathe my last tear, I will see them in eternity. Why? Because of Jesus, who on the cross removed fences between us and one another, and between us and God. We're told by historians that crucifixion, dying on a cross, is the cruelest form of punishment that humanity has invented for humanity. Dr. Routledge, a theologian in America, she says that the whole point of crucifixion was to dehumanize somebody, so that you didn't even look at them as a human anymore. They were just some kind of animal carcass. Jesus went through that for us. And actually in crucifixion you killed yourself as your lungs filled with your own liquid. It was some kind of perverse suicide in the eyes of those around you. Jesus went through that for me and for you. Yes, for you. I know you don't think you're good enough. And you're not, that's the point. And nor am I. But Jesus is and was. And so he died in our place to remove those fences. Not just lay them on the ground so they're still an inconvenience, but completely remove them so that we can have a relationship with God that lasts forever.